event. How has it been feeling these last couple of days as you've kind of been roaming the grounds and getting involved with this event?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I'm so excited to have the opportunity to play this week. It's an honour to be here for my first LPGA event. I'm so excited. I have to say the last few days have been a little bit overwhelming, trying to get used to everything and, learn the ropes. I mean, I'm the new kid on the block, so everyone's kind of looking at me like, who are you? But no, it's been fun. It's been great. And yeah, I'm happy that my dad was able to come out from Scotland to watch the event. And so he made the trip. So it's been great to see him. I've not seen him since I was home at Christmas. So it's been good to see him. And yeah, it's been fun to be out here.
I was going to ask, who's with you this week and what has been, can you go into details what the overwhelming parts have been like and what's kind of different than you preparing for a college event?
Yeah, I think, I mean, first of all, when we play a college event, everything's pretty much taken care of for us. And, our coaches do so much work behind the scenes that you never even see, like kind of booking hotels, booking car rentals, all that sort of stuff. And then, this week, obviously, I had to take care of that myself. And we had a nightmare with the car rental, so ended up ditching that. But we, I think just having to take care of yourself for the first time in a while. As I said, college, we're very spoilt in a way with everything that's done for us. But yeah, it's been nice. And, this is what I've dreamed of doing for a long time. I think every young female golfer wants to play on the LPGA Tour at some point. So having the opportunity to play here this week and, learn when it doesn't really matter. I'm not out here trying to, well, I'm obviously trying to play well, but, the main thing for me is just go have some fun. There's no expectations. There's no results that I have to make this week. So being able to learn what it's all about out here with those expectations and outcomes, it's a lot of fun.
Now, you gained the sponsor exemption through your play at the Tree Session, going 3-0 in your matches there. What was it like when you learned that you would be playing in this event? And what do you remember most from, playing Palos Verdes in that capacity to now?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, when we played it a month ago, from what I've heard, it's the most rain that California has had in a few years. So the course was a little different. It was a lot softer than what it is now. And it was a bit of a whirlwind when we played it. We realised we were going to be playing match play instead of stroke play. And so, yeah, that was all quite a lot to come around to. But we, when we played the tournament, we were told you got to handle adversity better than anyone else. And that's the message that our coaches kept giving us. And so, we just went out and we won each point as it came. And then in the end, the team actually won by 1 hole, which was crazy to learn. And then the winning team obviously was able to nominate one of their players to play in this event. And I've been playing pretty well throughout the season and won 3 of my matches in the match play. So I was honoured that the coaches decided to pick me. So yeah, it was quite a surreal moment. I remember phoning my parents, very excited, and telling them all about it. And then I told the team, and I mean, they're all so excited for me. And when we were here, I had the team behind me, and this time it's a little bit different. They're not here, but I have to say the support that I've got from my team at the University of South Carolina is unmatched. They're family, and yeah, I wish they were here with me this week, but I know they're supporting from afar.
Before I open it up to the Zoom, Gemma's in the field this week. Is there anyone, maybe like Gemma or anyone else, that you've kind of reached out to for some advice, or have you seen anyone that you've kind of been blown away by?
Yeah, Gemma actually reached out to me last night. I've not actually met her properly, but she reached out and sent me a really nice text. So that's been really nice. I also know there are alumni in the field this week from South Carolina. Anna Pelez, she's playing. So I saw her last night and kind of spoke to her a little bit. I mean, I think, I wouldn't say I know that many people out here, but, the people I do know are definitely a huge support. And, yeah, hopefully I can kind of see them a few times this week and, just have some nice chats with them. Yeah.
All right, Nick, I'll start with you all the way from Scotland.
All the way, yeah, sunny Glasgow. Yes, hi, Hannah, how are you?
Good, how are
nice
you?
to see you again.
Yeah.
Good, aye, good. What was that incident with a hire car? Sorry to, was there?
Yeah, to be honest, it was about 2 hours worth of back and forward. Ended up with them not accepting a UK driver's license from me or my dad, and then the cards got declined, and there was no reason for the cards to get declined. So yeah, we ended up just getting an Uber to our host family, and thankfully our host family this week, actually, Zoe and Dave Carney, they have been the nicest people, and they're actually letting us borrow one of their cars for the week. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise that didn't work out with the rental car, but they've been great. They've been so supportive this week. So yeah.
Aye. I mean, walking into an event like this, is there maybe not necessarily intimidation, but is it more kind of inspiring for you to be involved in this kind of company? Yeah,
I think it's definitely inspiring. I think more than anything, I'm just very grateful for the opportunity. As I said, playing on the LPGA has been a dream of mine for a very long time. So to get the opportunity to do so under this situation is a lot of fun. And that's the message for the week is go have fun. Don't worry about how I play and just go take it all in. And it's going to be a great learning opportunity now to do this under these situations rather than in a few years when I'm maybe trying to get a paycheck or two to make a living. So.
What's going to be more? You've obviously played the Augusta National Women's Amateur a couple of times. What's going to be more nervous, pegging it up at Augusta National, which you'd done a couple of years ago for the first time, or teeing it up at a LPGA Tour event?
I think when I played at Augusta a few years ago, I was a little bit younger, a little bit more naive. So I don't think I had quite prepared for the situation that Augusta was going to bring. So I think this year I'm definitely more prepared. I've played in some bigger tournaments, none quite as big as this, but it's definitely going to be fun, and I'm just going to take it as it comes. I don't think there's any reason to be nervous. I definitely will be the first tee shot tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be nervous. That's just kind of who I am, but I'm just going to take it all in and try and enjoy it.
Yeah. You've been winning golf events for years now, hasn't it? It seems like you've been around for a long time. But what's kind of the progression you've seen in your game? It's obviously all trending in the right direction. Has it been kind of quicker than you expected, or?
If I'm going to be honest, I would actually say it's been a little slower than I had thought it would be. I came into university 2 and a bit years ago and just about won my first college event. Played great and was coming off a really hot summer in Scotland. I played a Curtis Cup and stuff, and it's just been a little bit of a struggle. I've been trying to figure out some things. When you move halfway across the world, there's things you have to figure out with even just trying to take care of yourself day in, day out. I don't have my mum here looking after me anymore, so having to figure all that out, that's a big adjustment in itself. And then trying to play golf off the back of that is a little bit difficult. But I'm figuring it out, and I won my first college event 3 weeks ago, our home event. So, that's given me a bit of a boost. And, I've always known my game is there. Playing in college, I've had quite a few good finishes, so I've always known it's there. But, it's up and down, and that's how golf is. You hear a lot of players talking about that. It's up and down. So I'm just learning as it goes and trying to get a little bit better every day.
Great stuff. I'll let Beth Ann have a wee crack.
Thank you. Hannah, I'm just curious, you have such a huge stretch coming up here. What is your schedule like after you leave this week going into Augusta National?
I have a red eye on Sunday night and class at 2 p.m. on Monday. That's the only schedule I can think about. But no, I've got a week off next week. Well, I call it a week off. We've still got class and practice, but a little bit of a more chilled week to catch up with exams and stuff that I've missed and catch up with schoolwork. But then next Sunday, I'm going to drive to Augusta. I'm going to pick my mum up from the airport. My dad is here, so he's sticking around till then. I'm going to pick my mum up from the airport and just, see her again and just appreciate being back with family. And then we'll go take on Augusta and see what we can do.
How are you a different player going in this year than, technically or game, in terms of the strengths of your game than you were last year at Augusta National?
I think I would say I'm more experienced, but then I would also say that my golf game has matured a little bit more. I would say I was a little bit, my first year when I played, I was a little bit immature in a way. I didn't quite know how to I knew how to play a golf course like that, but I just didn't know how to strategically kind of plot my way around a golf course like that. So I think I'm just learning about my game a lot more, and I've played a few harder golf courses over the last few years and known kind of some better ways to handle myself on a golf course. So I've definitely understood that, and Champions Retreat is one of the tougher golf courses we play as an amateur, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, again, I think I'm also I'm carrying a little bit more belief right now than I have in the last few years than I've played. I mean, getting my first college win to me seemed like a very big thing. It seemed like a kind of an obstacle that I was going to have to overcome to feel like I could get that belief. But my game is still the exact same. I'm still the exact same player, and I'm just going to go hit each shot as it comes and just go have fun. That's what it's all about.
And then just what's your earliest memory of the Masters?
I'm trying to think. I think wow, I'm kind of struggling to think on the spot. But I mean,
Okay.
obviously I remember probably the one that comes to mind right now is Justin Rose. And it was at Molinari, played in a playoff. That was kind of to see a British player do that, and then obviously you've got Tiger a few years ago who won. That was unbelievable. But I think if you look at the Augusta National Women's Amateur, you had Jennifer Kupcho win it a few years ago, and that was the first playing of it. So I remember that, and it's really cool to have played this. It's going to be my third year. It's cool to have played it it will be cool to have played it 3 times, and just all of the history that brings. And Maria Fassi, I was obviously in the last group with Jennifer Kupcho, and I believe I'm playing with her tomorrow, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
And the Curtis Cup is, sorry, Megan, the Curtis Cup as well will be, I'm assuming, is on your radar for this year, particularly Katrina there is captain, which will be great for the young girls, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Katrina's reached out to me a few times. This will hopefully be my 3rd Curtis Cup, so I'm probably carrying a little bit more experience than other players that might be making the team. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the Curtis Cup. It's definitely one of the best weeks of the year. So yeah, I'm excited to, hopefully try and make that team and head to Sunningdale.
Yeah. Was I right in recalling, I think when you were about 8 or 9, you weren't particularly that interested in golf, were you? Was it your brother that was more of the golfer?
Not really. I think it was, my brother did play golf, but when I was 7 or 8, it kind of got to the stage when, I was trying to do all these different things, and I decided to just try golf. And at that point, my brother stopped playing golf, and I was trying golf more and more, and then fell in love with it. So I've always loved it. I just didn't really have as much exposure to it until the age of 7 or 8. I fairly come on in leaps and bounds since then, but that's it. There's no many 20. How old are you now? 20, 21? I'm still 20, yeah.
20, to be 20, you're on the verge of 3 Curtis Cups and, as you say, an LPGA Tour debut. And he would have taken that as an 8-year-old, would he?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You kind of get wrapped up in it when you keep playing, but to look back at the things I've done, it's been a pretty cool few years.
Excellent. Good stuff. Thanks for your time, Hannah.
Of course, thank you.
Thanks, Nick. We'll go here into the room.
Hello? Oh, okay. Hi.
Hey.
Okay, so my question is, so there's another player this week who's also still in college, Rose Zhang, who actually won that same tournament that you did the year before and then shortly made her LPGA debut. So how does that affect you as a collegiate athlete who's also looking to make her LPGA career debut at such a young age?
Yeah, it's definitely cool to see what Rose has done. It's pretty spectacular. She's an amazing player, a great person as well. I spoke to her on the range the other day, and she's got finals this week, which I have a little bit of sympathy for. But yeah, it's cool to try to see what she's done and try emulate some of it. I mean, she had an incredible college career, and And it's just, fair play to her. She's an incredible athlete. So it's really cool to have seen what she's done and play alongside her this week. Yeah.
Hi, Hannah. So, quick question. With all your busy schedules and your college schedule as well, I just wanted to ask, what advice would you give to other athletes who want to be better at balancing that dynamic between athletics and also student studies?
I think a huge part of it is just time management. There's enough time in your day to do really whatever you want. It's just actually being committed to that and being a bit more disciplined, I would say, than others. And I think the other thing as well is one thing that I'm starting to realize is just the relationship that you have with your professors at school is a big thing. Keeping them up to date with everything you're doing. And, I spoke to them all before I left and told them I was playing. And I think some of my professors were maybe more excited than me that I was playing this week. I'm a sports management minor, so a few of my professors kind of knew what I was getting myself into. So they were very excited. But, I think it's just, it's being dedicated and it's being disciplined, but it's also just enjoying what you do. If you don't enjoy it, you're never going to want to even be disciplined. So I think it's just all of that and having fun.
Outside of the rental car fiasco, what's been the most unexpected part of this LPGA tournament, playing an LPGA event for the first time?
If I'm going to be honest, I think I would say that it's how much I feel like I fit in here. I think the expectation and the vision that I had before I came here was that I'm going to see all these incredible professionals. I walked past Nelly Korda yesterday and was like, oh my gosh, it's Nelly Korda. But it's just, I really feel like I fit in, and I played a pro-am or practice round yesterday, and just, my game, it seemed to me that I was like, my game's not there yet, I need to keep working, but my game's just there, and I just need to go believe in myself and enjoy myself. And I think that's the same with any amateur. The college game right now is so strong, and you're really fighting to, get up to the top of that leaderboard. There's so much talent in college right now, and I think just, believing, it's right there.
Unfortunately, with college, you still have classwork next week. What do you have to look forward to after your red eye to catch up on?
So our team is playing an event at Old Barnwell on Monday and Tuesday. So I'm going to potentially go support them, see how I'm feeling, how jet lagged I'm feeling. But we've then got Augusta National, Women's Amateur the week after. My mum unfortunately couldn't be here this week because of work, but she is going to be on a plane next Sunday to come see me. And so it's going to be so nice to be just, reunited with her, and I'm very close to my parents, so to see them after a few months, it's great. And just go enjoy, being around them and being around my team again. Yeah.
Yep, one more.
Of course.
So, as a fellow collegiate athlete, there's a lot that we miss from traveling and all the tournaments. Is there anything that you wish you didn't have to miss, like from all the traveling and all the tournaments? Anything that you wish you could stick around at college for?
I think it's just, I think the best thing from being part of a team so far has been being with the team, and they really are family. We've got 7 on our team, 2 Americans, 5 from Europe, and we're just family. That's all, the only way I can describe it. We have our ups and downs, as any group of 7 girls is going to have, but there's so much love in that group, and I think that's the one thing that when I turn professional, I'm going to miss the most, and it's definitely the one thing this week that I miss the most when I'm traveling without them. Yeah, and obviously there's the social life of being at college and stuff, but to me, I think there's so many great opportunities in college sport that, you never really miss the social side of it, of what you're missing back at college, because there's so much good when you travel that, you never really even think about it.
All right, that will do it for us here. Thank you, Anna, for coming through.
Thank you very much.